Good morning to all our presenter. Now we are going to see about what is mean by a contract and a types of contract. Contract has been mentioned under Indian Contract Act of 1872 under section of 2 subsection H. That is an agreement between a parties which is enforceable before the law is called as a contract. Next, we are going to see about what is in the agreement, and this is mentioned under the section 2 subsection E. That is, every promise or a set of promise forms under a consideration with each other is called as agreement. Next, we are going to see about what is meant by promise. Promise is mentioned under section 2 subsection D of Indian Contract Act of 1872. That is, when a person made a proposal with another person, and if the proposal is assented thereto, then it is called as a promise. Next, what is meant by offer? We are going to see under section 2 subsection A. When a person has made a proposal with another person for assigning for willingness, when he signifies to another his willingness to do or to ascertain from doing something is called as offer. So agreement for what is meant by offer means there is some formula for agreement, that is agreement equal to offer plus acceptance. Next one is we are going to see about the types of contract. So there are 5 kinds of contract, that is under valid contract. Under valid contract we are having 4 kinds, that is absolute contract, contingent contract, express contract, implied contract or quasi contract. And the contingent contract has been mentioned under section 31 to 36 of Indian Contract Act, and implied contract has been mentioned under section 68 to 72. First we are going to see what is meant by valid contract. If the contract has fulfilled all the conditions, then it is called as a valid contract. Next, what is meant by contingent contract is, it is the contract to do or not to do something. If an event is collateral, does or doesn't happen, then it is called as a contingent contract. Next, express contract. When the contract are made either in writing or in oral, then it is called as a express contract. Implied contract are neither in writing or in oral, then it is can be called as a implied contract. Next, we are going to see an absolute contract. The contract which is not a dependent one and it's not made for a fulfillment of any condition, then it is called as an absolute contract. Next, we are going to, till now we have seen about what is meant by valid contract. Now we are going to see about what is meant by invalid contract. So under invalid contract, there are 4 kinds, that is void contract, voidable contract, illegal contract, unenforceable contract. First we have to see what is meant by invalid contracts. If the contract has not fulfilled any one of the conditions that is mentioned under the Indian Contract Act, then it is called as an invalid contract. Next we are going to see void, that is void ab initio, that is an agreement which is not valid from the beginning itself. From the beginning of the contract which has been made, that period itself we can tell it as a void contract. That is void ab initio. Next one is become void. When it will become void means the agreement which is valid in the beginning, but due to some supervening possibility, the contract become void. Then we can call it as a voidable one. Next one is we are going to see about a voidable contract. A contract which is valid unless another person avoids to prosecute that contract, then it is called as voidable contract. Next we are going to see about illegal contract, and illegal contract means which is forbidden by the law. So it is an illegal if the contract has been made for an illegal purpose, then it is called as an illegal contract. Next one is unenforceable contract. It is valid, but due to some technical defects, the contracts become void. And in case the defects are removed, the contract is enforceable. For example, the lack of registration, lack of signature, etc. Next, the other kind of contracts are executed contract, executory contract, unilateral contract, and bilateral contract. First, we are going to see about what is in the executed contract. That is, it is a past one. That is in a contract that both the parties has already performed their obligations and nothing there to perform yet. That is called as executed contract. Next, we are going to see about executory contract. In a contract that both the parties are yet to perform the contract. That is, till now they have not started executing the contract. Then that kind of contracts can be called as a executory contract. Next, we are going to see a unilateral contract. in a contract, if any one of the party has not executed the obligation, or else the person, any one of the person has not performed his obligation, yet then it is called as a unilateral contract. Next, we are going to see about a bilateral contract. In a contract where both the parties have performed their obligation, bilateral and executory or some other unchangeable, interchangeable condition, then it is called as a bilateral contract. Thank you. Till now, you have seen about what is the types of contracts and different kinds. Thank you.